Yes, yesterday news came on social media which shows that the RCC for Rubaga Division Anderson BURORA has been suspended from office. This came because Anderson BURORA attacked the Speaker of Parliament on the allegations which were made on social media of dire corruption from the Parliamentary Commission. We all know Anderson BURORA was an opposition activist who fought for rule of law and democracy until he was conflicted by the dictator and he decided to serve in General Museveni's government. When he came out to talk about the rot in government, he was suspended by the office of the president. That's why I always tell you that General Museveni's government has a foundation of corruption, to an extent that even its own who comes out to fight corruption, it will be fought. In a letter which was written from the office of the president, it started saying, it was written on 14th, Mr. BURORA Herbert Anderson, Deputy Resident City Commissioner, Kampala Rubaga Division, suspension from duty. I refer to my letter of even reference dated 7 March 2024 and 14th March 2024 in regard to your violation of the Uganda Public Service Standing Orders 2021. Section F, paragraph blah blah blah. As a result, you were invited for an impromptu meeting that was held today and which you attended in person. In that meeting, you are faulted to have violated official advice to the extent that you continue to issue or utter statements to the social media without express authority from your line supervisor. Therefore, you fail to satisfy the meeting or give justifiable reason for your continued actions. In view of the above, I hereby suspend you from duty as Deputy Resident City Commissioner Rubaga Division for a period of 28 days, with effect from 15th March 2024. In the meantime, you should hand over office, the government vehicle, and any other government property in your possession in accordance with Section F-19 of the Uganda Public Standing Order 2021. Please hand over to Mrs. Doreen Keita, Deputy Resident City Commissioner, Central Division, Kampala, who will caretake the office until further notice. Ajika Kande Yunus. Signed. And it was copied to the Speaker of Parliament, Minister of the Presidency, Head of RD Secretariat, Residence Commissioner, Kampala. That is a letter which suspended the RCC for Rubaga Division Anderson BURORA. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why the RCC Anderson BURORA was suspended despite him calling out corruption in his government, what the former activist is awaiting, but most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sura Mawagari. There is a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So Anderson BURORA is a former activist. He was from the opposition fighting for democracy. And I was surprised when he was appointed as the RCC in Kampala, because a young man like Anderson BURORA, who was fighting for better, when he turns to work for the dictator, it is mind-boggling. So yesterday he was suspended, but we must ask ourselves, why was he suspended? Among the very many reasons as to why he was suspended, Anderson BURORA used to come out and call out the rot which is in government. And one day, when he was tweeting, among the very many reasons as to why Anderson BURORA was suspended is because he has been coming out to fight the corruption from the Parliamentary Commission. There are very many tweets he did against the Speaker, ANITA Among, and among the very few tweets he did the following: moral questions. Parliament is supposed to be cornerstone of public resources protection. Given the expenditure of Parliament in the ANITA Among's term as a Speaker, do we envision proper accountability by the same House? How shall Kosase Opa grill accounting officer under a roof mad with stinking corruption, wasteful spending, illegal recruitment and deployment, unnecessary award of travels, unknown salary structures, etc.? Recently, Uganda Revenue Authority has sent a number of businessmen and women to prison for tax non-compliance. Several businessmen and women have closed shops simply because of taxes. It is painful that the taxes we are imprisoning citizens for being non-compliant are spent lavishly, shamelessly, recklessly by individuals who are meant to ensure that they are well spent. How do you send citizens to prison for tax non-compliance and leave those recklessly spending taxes that have cost us sweat and blood to collect? The pain and damage caused by the parliament is enough. The wealth primitive accumulated is enough to justify a formal audit. No one is immune to accountability. The speaker should step aside to aggregate the allegation against her, to either exonerate her or stop this from ever happening. For citizens to calm their breath, this is moral call irrespective of who is calling. Step aside. That is the tweet which called the Speaker of Parliament to resign from the office. And such tweets have been made by the RCC. By the way, he has been doing a great job, he has been asking for a legitimate issue. And this prompted the corruption to fight back, and he was suspended. Okay? So, I keep on telling people that NRM government doesn't have a motive to fight corruption. Even one of their own who is coming out to call on the speaker's corrupt tendencies is being banned, is being suspended. It's not only the tweet that made him be suspended. He also did a show on Urban TV where he subjected the speaker's budget to scrutiny. Before I speak on this, let me first give you the tape when Anderson BURORA was speaking on this. Here's the tape.
Rubaga division spends about 11 billions.
For what?
11 billions.
For what?
Per financial year.
Okay. Yes.
That is the money allocated for Rubaga division.
Yes.
The budget of the deputy speaker in parliament is 13 billions. The budget of the speaker is equivalent. Actually,
that's also per quarter.
No, per financial year.
Per financial year, yes.
Yeah. The budget of the speaker is equivalent to the budget of the district. Okay, let's not talk about budgets. The spending.
Yeah, let's go to the expenditure now.
The expenditure of the speaker, according to what is in social media and which is verified, because the spokesperson of the parliament has come to justify the spending. And some MPs have come to justify the same, saying the speaker always contributes to your fundraisings. Where do you think she gets the money from? Likening it to that of the president.
Wow.
So if you have a budget of the speaker, which is equivalent, when Right Honorable the late, his so rest in eternal peace, Jacob Olanya was speaker the short time, the budget of the speaker then was 1.5 billion.
1.5.
And the deputy speaker was around 800 million. So they revised it. They reviewed it to about 2 billion for the speaker and to 1.5 for the deputy speaker. When the Right Honorable, maybe this is my last time to say the Right Honorable, ANITA AMONG came, the budget overshot.
It shoot up.
Shoot up.
So that is Anderson BURORA. You clearly see that the guy was suspended after calling out corrupt tendencies in the government. It's as if they are sending a signal to other public servants that they must keep quiet as public money is being lost. It also gives me a thinking that Genome 7 likes corruption, as I've already said in this video. Because you cannot tell me that Genome 7 doesn't know what is going on in parliament. All those billions being stolen by one person. In a period of 168 days, half a year, the speaker almost accumulated wealth of more than 7 billion in travels and others, and paying a contract to his her radio station, okay, worth 3.2 billion. Okay, so the supervisor for RDC came and suspended Anderson BURORA. In fact, here is the tape when he was giving justification of the suspension of this man. Here is the tape.
And granting media interviews without authority. Omukozi wa gavumenti yenna bwabanga ali mu kitongole ng'alina kyayagala okwogera agenda eri mukama we mukama we n'amuwa permission. In this case yandibadde ajja wange nemuwa permission ebyo byogere nitumala kagenda bugenzi nosatukira mu mawulire noyogera ebitasanye kwogerwa okitegedde kakati yabadde insitinga we yagamba tingenda kukulembera gurupu y'abantu okuva mu Kampala bagende bazinde office ya speaker ngenda kukulembera gurupu y'abavubuka bave mu Kampala bagende bazinde office ya speaker ekyo kintu kibi nnyo inciting with intent to cause disobedience era inciting abavubuka bagende bakole fujjo wali okumalamu ekitiibwa kya speaker insubordination obutabulya wakama wabe bino byonna amateeka sinze nagakola mwegali buli mwezi 7 Maachi nemuwandikira ebbaluwa nti ebintu ebyo biveemu naye yagenda mu maaso nogenda n'ebintu ebyo nemuyita meeting waliwo nemulabula n'agaana omukulu oli human resource manager naye namuyita namulabula n'agenda mu maaso kati olwo gavumenti tetambula bwetyo gavumenti erina amateeka agagifuga bwe gatabaawo then there is anarchy buli omu kyayagala kyakola kakati awo mwami Bulora kwe kusalawo ffe tumuyimirize era twamuyimiriza kakati twamuyimiriza timuwina kwa 28 tumuyimiriza tugenda okuteekawo akakiiko kakafa bukayita rewards and sanction committee kamuyite yeobuzeeko atubuulire ebintu bino wabikwandiika otya era waki wali obikola namugana toyinza kubeera mukulembeze mu gavumenti toyinza kubeera leader mu gavumenti ate nofuka activist. You can't. You cannot be leader and then you become an activist within government.
That is the supervisor of RDCs. So it is unfortunate that even the small voices which are coming out to fight against corruption are being bundled, are being suffocated, because this is a country which has a foundation of corruption. So I'll be waiting to even see how the corruption scandals in Parliament are going to be handled. Yesterday, the Speaker of Parliament banned those who wanted to debate about the corruption scandals in Parliament. He adjourned the House up to 28th. So you're going to see. I'm starting to be exonerated. I've always come out to say that Speaker ANITA Among being at the helm of the August House is the worst thing to ever happen to Ugandans. And everything is coming out. Okay? The accumulation he has amassed in less than a year after attaining the speakership position is so huge that if he's subjected to pure audit, we may be surprised. So Anderson BURORA was suspended. In fact, it is a lesson that General Museveni's government, it is not worth serving. More especially when you have an idea of making it better. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Adios.